taking on the Condors of Austin. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible. But we watched it happen.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. Seven Pirates. Go.
Off play action. Richardson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Richardson out of the shotgun. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Play, 97. Set.
Play action, now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. Smith and Jigba with the ground. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Condors take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Richardson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
They forced 7 turnovers. 7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Miller. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Ready.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Ready.
Now a play fake. Lance. That is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 41 yards. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Running left, Taylor. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Richardson working from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick-6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Drop 60, drop 60. Ready.
Again, it's Richardson. His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On second down, it's Taylor. There he goes left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry!
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Yeah, their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Dixie Maverick. Go.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Dixie Bison.
On the option left, Richardson. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Riverhogs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one That was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Opposite. Green.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On play action, Lance. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Check pink.
Now a toss right to Miller. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Come on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
10 cycles.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A first down carry now for Miller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Working from the gun. Lance rolling to his right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Lance looking to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people make...
And he will have a touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba from 3 yards out. And the Condors take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, here's Taylor. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Ready.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Being chased out left. And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Drill, 52. Yellow, lining.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Steal, block. Hut.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Ready?
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try the right side here with Miller. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be taken at the 10. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Ready.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 57 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. Now it's Miller running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw, it's Lance. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance, he'll buy some time right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Trey Lance, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Condors are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kendre Miller, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Condors continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now it's Richardson. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 15. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Richardson's throw here complete to Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Ready,
This is 2nd and 8. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
ready.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
89 Broncos, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. He'll get this up to about the 44. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a give to Miller. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Austin, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for London, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. 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 I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a Sprinter. What's a two up? Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. get respect from my job, it ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack, where my at. Take an L and try to double back, we ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap, I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up, need someone to hype me up. Hype me up, need someone to hype me up. Hype me up, need someone to hype me up. Hype me up, I got game, Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? I got game, Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up?
First off, my name Toad, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep my season, that keep me fufu. Grew up wearing platinum fubu on the southwest eating fufu. And a hammer that I keep don't come with nails. Look, I ain't know who Bill Burr was until I met the man. Half my married to the street without a wedding band. I done peeped that all these rappers won't be secondhand. My pop said I'd be broken, barely eat. I should've bet the man. Yeah, cause I'm way up. Long ways from the days I eBay valet stores. Couldn't pay nowadays. All the cake I make us is enough to buy about 100 trucks from Mercedes. I resage Chukwueze, then my babies. Label hit be trying to sway me. Pay me. Wrote the game 2020, you can see it plainly. Can't nobody play me. I kill everything innately. At the helm of the mothership with drip, you can see me leaking. Shh, be quiet, a real speaking. Voice